Do I have to go to a different party then? Yeah. Okay, cool. Exit this up.
I've actually never done it like that, so I wouldn't know how to do it. But I think for now, let's just, yeah, we'll figure it out. Okay, that's it, Jared. Stick there. So you're on your ace.
Got this.
Okay.
I hope.
You've got this. You've got this. Alright, gentlemen, thank you very much for your patience once again. I'm sure we'll eventually figure out how to get the streaming going. Race 2 here at Laguna Seca. The settings have been set. Please note the format is a 5-minute qualifying with a 10-minute lap times 2 races. We do the 10-minute practice at the beginning.
Testing, testing.
Other than that, we all know exactly what to do in the first corner. Everyone's so getting a lot better, all understanding. Before we do get going is the news with Thai obviously has really shaken up the community, not only in Sarko but definitely throughout South Africa. So we thoughts and with his family and sure.
Testing, testing.
Yeah, so gentlemen, thumbs up.
It's not broadcasting.
Let's get going.
It's not broadcasting, yeah? It's not broadcasting. Don't I have to broadcast from here?
Just go out there. Yeah, ready up. Go down to the bottom, push start. Go up and run. Go left. Down. Start.
Testing, testing.
Just close that screen. And then just restart because it might, that looks like it's still on the test.
Let me refresh. Still on there. Yeah, I see that. Probably me now. Oh, there we go. Testing, testing. Can everybody hear me? Can everybody hear me? Right, so tonight we're doing things a little bit differently because as usual Sarko's experiencing some problems, but one day we'll get there, I'm sure pretty soon. So what we're looking at tonight is the BMW races again. We're bringing you the next stage. We'll be racing shortly. The guys are going to go out on a 5-minute qualifier. So right now we are in the practice round. And as soon as the tyres are warm and that, we're going for qualifiers and hopefully come out and have a really good race. So thanks for the people that have already joined us. Like I said, tonight's going to be a little bit different. I'll be on my own, so bear with me. And yeah, I think it's going to be really exciting. So guys, we are new to the whole broadcasting live and that, so let's show our support and get everybody commenting. If you've got a favorite racer out there, give him a comment. I'm sure that he'll enjoy it and watch the race later, and you'll see. So for you guys that are already online, if you don't already know, the race is at Laguna Seca, and yeah, it's going to be 2 pools of 10 laps each, and I'll be broadcasting each race live, so enjoy. Right now we're on board with Turbo Scholl as he's going through his practice. Turbo Scholl won the series last week, and I'm sure he's ready to have a good go at it again. Interesting thing is, Turbo Scholl is actually a racer for you who don't know, well, should I say former racer, and yeah, it shows. It shows in his racing, and it shows in his strategies, especially last week in the RSO1s. So yeah, you know, you stick close to Turbo Scholl and you know it's going to be a good race. Right now we're having a look at Dub. Dub's also consistent. He does the right things and keeps his lines really tight. Really good racer. You can see that he really enjoys soccer. There's a lovely shot of Dylan coming down the straight. Cautious around that corner. I think his tyres still will be a little bit cold. Right, guys, so obviously they're going through the practice now. Bear with us and I will be with you shortly. Hey, how's it? Good. What's up? Trying to get all the racing stats for this commentary on my own. Sorry, man. Can you hear me? Right now is Dylan. So you can you see the racer's screen on the left, eh? You can't see who I'm clicking on. So I'm just going to be on loudspeaker. Alright, then I'll do the same on this side, and then I'll just, you'll hear who I click on to. I'll say their name, and then you can just go on that. Okay. 100%. Yeah, everybody is going back into the pit. Alright, so I'll do, if you want, I can just keep you on loudspeaker and then we can do it like that. Okay. Alright, 100%. We've currently got 2 people, and we've had 4. I know some people will only be tuning in now, so let's hope for some big numbers.
When we go into qualifications at the moment,
That's it, yes.
Turbo Shawl on top there, followed by Iceman, and then who's that?
Doop. Who's that in third?
Yeah, in third, who's that?
V-Dubber. Gerard.
It's V-Dubber, that's V-Dubber, you and me. We're going to make some history. And he's going to be doing it in
That's it. It's a 5-minute qualifier round. And where are we? We are in Laguna Seca. Hi guys, sorry for the little bit of internet problems and communication problems between all of us. So what we're actually doing tonight is we're broadcasting from 2 separate channels. So myself and my co-commentator, normally Savvy, can hear me. We loud speakering each other on WhatsApp, and we'll be broadcasting together, I guess. Right there we look at a side shot of Bruno as he comes down the straight there. As Savvy mentioned, no times have been posted just yet, but there comes Bruno's first time, and he's got his first time in. This is also very tricky for the racers because depending on how quick they got out the blocks and how quick they actually do the qualifying depends on how many laps they can actually get in. Some racers could only sneak in 2, others can at a push get 3. So now the times are coming through. I see Haid has posted a quick time. So has Jake's, if I'm not mistaken. But so far it looks like Gerard has posted. No, there I spoke too soon. Turbo Charles posted one of the quickest times so far. So like I mentioned before, it's definitely someone to watch. There's not much separating these drivers. I see only one driver is over the 140. So tonight's going to be interesting. So we're down to 110 seconds of qualifying left. and then I hope you enjoy the racing. I've got to get a drink, and I will be with everybody in a second. Right, for everybody that is tuning in, like I said, we live. We're doing something different. I'll be commentating alone tonight. So if I do mess up or if I do stutter, my bad. No joking.
Right as we're speaking and going forward, it looks like Turbo.
So let me go through the lineup with you guys. As we can see there, Turbo Charles in pole. Then we've got Iceman and Bruno. Those guys were really tight last week, so keep your eyes on the top three. Marius not far behind them. Then we've got Gerard. Jakes is coming in there at 6th. Craig is in 7th. Dup, he's in 8th. Ash is in 9th. Khahid is in 10th. Then we've got in 11th. Who's number 11? Then in 11th, sorry, is Ronaldo, and 12th Dylan. No, 12th Dylan, and then 13th Colin. Right, guys. There's a lovely view there of the pit, as you can see. Turbo Charles. I'm sure all these drivers are ready, amped for the race. I know I've been speaking to some drivers personally, and they've been saying how amped they've been, sending posts that it's an hour to race time. So guys, I'm sure they're excited. I hope you're excited. I'm excited. Let's do this. And there we go. Off they go. Iceman pulled out in front there. Not sure exactly what happened at the back there. Iceman, I'm just keeping my camera with him. Dup's got very bad damage on him over there, as you can see. I'm not sure exactly what happened with that collision, but I'm sure we'll keep you updated. I'm sure he collided there with Dylan in car number 59. That's not good for either of these races. So now I'm sure this is going to affect their race. Strategy was, this can't be good. Right, let's go back up to the top where we follow with Iceman. This is a really hot day today. Racing conditions are perfect. Strange thing about the tires, if you see a racer behind the other one catching some drag, you'll actually see him slack off, and that actually, the tires get so hot that they actually start losing traction. So it's interesting on this track. It's really up to the drivers and how they drive, using acceleration and how they actually push up against the person in front of them. Right there, I just saw Jake's take Bruno there on the inside. So these races, I mean, they've been together in this community for a while. They all know each other very well. That's why it's such a competitive race. I've recently been introduced into the soccer world, and already to see how the guys are with each other, and it's really a family, a community that just here for doing some good fun racing. Just want to change there to Bruno. As you can see, he's pushing up on Jay. So guys, obviously, like I said to you, I'm new to the whole racing community, and yeah, we've got obviously from Sarko's side some real sad news, and we'll actually be posting about that soon. Myself and Savvy will be doing a memorial for Ta, a really good friend of Dylan's, our host, and I'm sure everybody can make it out for that and give him some real good support, give Sarko some support. So back to the racing now. Let's see who we got up front. We've still got Iceman, but he's being pressed really tight by Turbo Charles. One could expect that these two would be out there, and I see between Jakes they are pulling a little bit of a gap, so let's see where we get. I see Bruno's got a time penalty against him there. Let's click on Bruno and see. Bruno's still close on Jakes. I see he's racing real tight. Like I mentioned earlier, you got to remember those tires. Let's move down to 6th place, where we see Ash. Looks like Ash was also involved in that collision. I see his bonnet there is a little bit damaged. So yeah, I'm sure that affected everybody's race in the beginning. Sad to see something like that, but what can you do? I mean, it's all about racing. Let's go down to 12th. We can see there Ronaldo's coming up. Also took some damage. That must have been a really, really big collision. I'm really sad that I missed that one. Right now we're with Craig. Craig doesn't look like he took any damage. He might just be a little bit cautious going around there. Really lovely shot of him coming around. There we go to Dylan. Dylan is tight on Dup. Really trying to take him here. Is this his chance? No. Tight. He's very tight. He couldn't make it. Oh, all the races they went a little bit wide. I'm sure they were pushing a little bit too hard. Let's see what they can do. As you can see there, Dup's bonnet coming around. Lovely shot of all three cars. We've got Gerard, who pushed out Dylan, but Dylan's maintained his line, kept his line well, and they've both overtaken Duppy. I don't know if Duppy's car's running properly. I'll hear from the pits. Right, now we go back to the leader. We've got us racing it out there by himself at the moment. This race is really his to lose. Turbo Charles, as we know, pushes really hard, waits for his time, as you see there, him coming through the corkscrew. These guys really know each other's tactics as well. I mean, they race together week in, week out, and you actually start to see the little subtle changes that each driver makes to accommodate for the person in front. Lovely shot of them coming around the bend there. Iceman really pulling out now. One of our quickest times is still posted by Turbo Charles. Only one could expect that. So there we go with Iceman. Iceman's really keeping it solid, keeping his lines well. Oh, and someone spun out there. Not sure if that's Ronaldo. Let's post in. Yes, it is. Ronaldo spun out there. I'm not sure exactly what happened. I don't think it was a collision. Maybe he just went too hard on a turn. Right, we're on the 5th lap now. Iceman's still going strong. In 2nd place we got Turbo Charles. He's not far behind him. Then we got Bruno. Bruno started really strong, dropped down to 3rd, but now see he's maintaining that 3rd position. These 3 races are really pulling out. There you see a lovely shot of Jakes coming in there at 4th. Between Jakes and Marius there was a really tight struggle until Jakes finally seemed like he's pulled away. Right, there's Ash. Ash now I think also took a bit of a collision, but his car seems to hold. BMW made strong, German engineering. I see Khait has also taken a hit. That's not good. Definitely a sad way to start. Oh, and there goes Ash. Ash spun out and Khait clipped him, but he's managed to keep himself on the track. These two races are really showing us class. Should I say these three races? Bruno's not far behind. They're just keeping their lines, keeping everything going, keeping it like a clock, ticking. Guys, so you guys obviously know I'm new, not really part of Sarko. Well, I am now, should I say. And I just want to keep this fun and entertaining for everybody. So, you know, you can always comment for the people that are listening, and give me some tips, some hints. I'll take your guys' hints and bring it out next week. Let's go down to the middle, yeah. So there we're racing now with Dylan. As you can see him there, coming around the bend. We are on lap 6, sorry. So Dylan organized Sarko not so long ago, and he's really done an amazing job to build this community and build the infrastructure that's around it to help us do these kind of live events and build the community. So a big thanks to Dylan, and there's always new things that we're trying to do. Right now at the top of the race, the drivers almost looked like they were going to lock up there. Charles pulled a little bit closer, and I see Bruno's pulled in on Turbo Charles, so it's really heating up now. I think we'll stay focused on these front three for a little bit. Hamid has really taken some damage there. Really heating up over there, that race. Hamid, I don't know if he's going to have to pit. I don't know what would happen there. I'm sure it's affecting his times. Let's get back up to first and second, where Bruno has taken second place. Bruno's racing real hard. Like I said, he was consistent in the qualifying, and now he's really pushing. Bruno's pushing now hard on us, man. I'm sure these last 3 laps is the 3 laps that... Oh, and there he goes. Almost lost it there. Went a little bit wide, but he's held it on. So right now, you can see Turbo Charles gone back into second. I'm sure Bruno just slacked a little bit there, trying to push a little bit too hard. These last 3 laps are really going to be exciting for these front 3. It's all going to be about the racers' composure and where they can go. Lovely shot of them coming down there, all getting into their lines. Oh, and Turbo Charles looks like he wanted to take the inside line, but Iceman is just too quick down the straight, gunning it for all he's got. These lines are really tight that the drivers are keeping. We're in the 8th. Turbo Charles trying to go wide there. Not sure if that would work. Bruno's coming in close. Couldn't get him there. Maybe he's going to get him on the next one. Like I said, we're in lap 8. And this is really heating up. I'm really excited to be here. I'm sure the people that are listening are also really excited. Guys, post, comment, share. Let's build this. There we go. Bruno's keeping a real tight line there on Turbo Charles. Like I said, exciting stuff. Let's hope he doesn't push too hard. And does he have it? No, he doesn't. Iceman, he's just got to keep his own head out there. He's not racing in any pressure. The only pressure he'll have is his own from the guys behind him. There they go through the corkscrew. It looked like Turbo Shaw wanted to take the inside line, but Iceman blocked him off. Lovely shot of them all three coming around there. These guys are so close together. I mean, it's fractions of a second. Bruno taking it on the inside. Oh, and we've had a little bit of a collision there. Not sure if that's some kosher there with Turbo Charles bumping him back, but there goes Iceman pulling away now. Like I said, it's his to lose. There they come around. Turbo Charles now in third place. Bruno has pushed him out the way. Let's see. Turbo Charles going out wide. Does it work? No, it doesn't. Bruno kept his line well, and that's it. He kept it tight. They have already closed the gap on Iceman, so these two drivers in second and third are really gunning it. We're in lap 9 now, so let's see what the rest of the race has to hold. Turbo Charles and Bruno are really fighting this race. I'm actually just going to leave Iceman there and let's tune in with Turbo Charles. And what I want to do there is go into the cockpit of Bruno. Of Turbo Charles, should I say, and let's see as he's trying to close in on Bruno. Lovely shot of how he's pushing up on Iceman as well. All three of these racers really want to win this. Let's hope no one makes a mistake. Real close there by all racers. I'm sure there was a little bit of bumping there. Oh, and there goes Bruno. Bruno was really racing hard there. Really hard, really aggressive. And paid for it. Here we go now. Turbo Charles taking a real tight inside line there. Does he take the lead? And Turbo Charles has. Turbo Charles has pushed in on the last lap to take the lead. This is really exciting, guys. I'm going to have to take my jacket off. It's hot. So now we've got a new leader. And Bruno has dropped down to fourth. So Jakes, being consistent and racing his own race, has managed to pull in third there. Turbo Charles is just something else. I mean, he waits for his times. He waits for the perfect time. And there he goes. Ooh, Iceman trying to come in tight there. Let's see as they go around that bend there. Iceman a little bit wide. Ooh, could he lose it? Ooh, that's not good for his time. Turbo Charles, really class racer. You know, like I previously said to the guys that were tuned in, he was a former racer, so that brain is embedded. Lovely shot of them going there through the corkscrew. Turbo Charles now I think will just push it. He's got nothing to prove. He just needs to keep this consistent speed, keep his line, and I'm sure that this race will be his. Real nice racing there from Iceman. I must say he held the race really well until the end. Bruno raced hard. Bruno I see is already back up to third. Not sure what caused that collision actually. I'm sure a little bit of nudging and budging there from him. But there we go. And the race is over. Turbo Charles had a time penalty which I think pushed him down into second place, with your race leader being Iceman. Well done, Iceman. Congratulations on your race. Turbo Charles, congratulations for second. And Jakes, consistent third. Bruno, unlucky, you fought hard. Right, guys, thanks for the people that have tuned in. We'll be broadcasting again soon. Hi there guys, if you are still on the channel, there will be another race starting shortly, so stay tuned.
Session settings is where you can either enable or disable the
This is someone else broadcasting, okay. Hello, hello, hello. Hi everybody, for those who are listening, if you were around for our first race, that really turned out exciting. We had a really big collision in the beginning and some knocks at the end, but some consistent racing, and yeah, Turbo Charles finished first, but he had some time penalties, and yeah, that actually worked against him, and yeah, actually he landed up being second, and Iceman landed up top. So let's see how this one pans out. I'm sure this is going to be great for the GP standings.
That's the spirit, Joel. And we're away.
Right guys, thanks for joining us for the second pool here at Laguna Seca Raceway in America.